And welcome back to Flexible Games, where we are playing Minecraft and auto-crafting all of the things. And we've got the Draconic Infusion Crafters ready. And I have finished the pattern for the relay crystals. And they are glorious. So, we want to then be able to craft the wireless energy crystal, be able to move a lot of power. To do that, we're going to need a special type of wrench. Let's see if I can find it in this list. It is the linker thingy. There it is. Crystal binder, which kind of is pretty standard. Not really much to speak of there. But this allows you to bind those relay crystals that we now can craft. So craft up one of these and grab the relay crystals. I'm going to craft up 4 more of these. It crafts 4 at a time, so it works really well. And it should, there it goes, auto craft those because I put the pattern in here for the relay crystals, so it should be able to craft those up no problem. And I need to, oh, I already did, so they should be in here now. And now we need to craft an energy crystal, because this is what delivers the energy that we need. And we need, I'm going to grab one of these. I'm not sure how many crystals we're going to need to relay that power from all the way upstairs, or we could bring power from this battery too. It's either way it works, but yeah, these things move a lot of power. Let's see, how are we going to do this? I think we're good. So let's go up to our area where we're able to pull power out. So this is an output. We're going to drop one of these sidedness ones on here. So it is going to say mode is input, and that means it's going to input from the block into this. Okay, so input, it's going to go into there. Now we need some of the relay crystals, and I kind of want to relay these. Let's go, I kind of want them out of the way. So we're going to bind, shift right click this to bind to here. That fills up with power. Shift right click this and we'll be able to drop down here. These do have a distance associated with them. So let me check. We are at some spot there. Let me put another one of these here, and we're going to right click that. These quickly fill up, so I'm going to right click this one, and this spot is you want to stand on this crystal, and that would really help line this up, because I want this to go down in a straight line. So I'm going to jump downstairs and we will figure out what's right underneath there. So it's minus 377, I think.
Yep, that's what I'm at.
Minus 377, and Z is 232?
Yep.
Okay, so there's another one right there, and I should be able to bind that. It'll fill up with power. And we need to move it. This is kind of a junky system here, so let's move it over to this side. I kind of want it right in the middle of all of that, so I'm thinking right in here is going to be our next one. And we'll transfer it over to here. Shift right click that one. And go right above this. I'm going to come down, link that up. And then the relay crystal, I can put, instead of a relay, I'm going to use the wireless energy. And this, the big difference here is this crystal, you can see down in the corner, 1 of 32 links. Down here, link 16. Why is this? Did I mix these up? Oh, wireless links, 0 of 64. You can see wireless links, 0 of 64. So this can't connect to machines. This one can, the wireless links. So we want to shift right click this one, and then we want this one to come down, and it fills up with power. And then we can take this, take out all of these shenanigans here. And even this one. I can put all those entangle porters away. Put all of the things away that I don't need because my inventory was filling up fast. So we're bound to that. Now we just need to bind to each one of these. And finally to this one. So now I'm using 10 of the wireless links. So if I craft something, let's craft some awakened draconium. This is a lot of power. This will start, as you can see, start feeding power. And it does so very, very quickly. So much power gets distributed with this top tier relay crystal system. And don't worry if there's something in there, because usually that's just an error, visual bug. So yeah, now we have ample amounts of power coming down here. One thing I like to do, I'm going to grab one of the entangle porters that we had left. There is a charging system that we can use. Where is it at? It is, I gotta remember, energy infuser. So we're gonna need 3 draconic cores, we're gonna need an energy core stabilizer, and an enchantment table. Well, luckily we have pretty much all of that stuff able to craft. So let me grab just like 10 of these. And then the energy core stabilizer. Well, luckily those are also on autocraft. This charges things, much like the infuser that we have down here. It charges things, but it can do so exceptionally fast, which is good for draconic stuff. So I'm going to kind of put that off over here. And I'm going to put it with an entangle porter right underneath it. This should already be set up for sightedness, so energy should already be set to output. And this, well, that's not what I thought was going to happen. I thought it was a full block, but apparently it's not. So put that entangle porter that you picked up right in that spot. Put this right there. And now this thing can charge stuff very, very fast, like exceptionally fast. And draconic stuff can get power very fast. So how are we what are we gonna use this? Well, this mod offers a battery set that is exceptionally large. You can upgrade these things to a massive amount of power. So let's try. We want a Wyvern flux capacitor, and we're adding a lot of recipes. And then the Wyvern flux capacitor can be made into a draconic flux capacitor with one of these awakened cores and draconic energy cores. So we're going to want draconic energy cores. All this top tier stuff uses just crazy amounts of high level stuff. So the awakened core, this is another craft that we need. So these wyvern cores, each one of these uses a nether star. And you need to use another nether star to actually make the awakened core itself. So this is a 5 nether star craft. That is why I have basically nether stars on autocraft, because you can burn through them really, really fast. So the awakened core, let's get these set up. I want a processing pattern, and I need some star. I need a nether star. And then I need, let's see, 5 awakened draconium ingots. So I need like 5 of these. So there's 5 awakened draconium ingots. And let's just hit the R on the awakened core. So 4 wyvern cores, 5 awakened draconium, and a nether star. How did I miss? So I need 4. You can see 4 nether stars go into this. So many resources. So this craft, we want the nether star to go into here. We want 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that takes care of the awakened draconium. I already have one of these on wyvern core. So there's a wyvern core up there. You just got to pay attention to where your objects and where your items are, because you set up crafts on all these. So these are diamonds, nothing, and energy cores. So I have 3 more that I need wyvern cores in. So there's 1, 2, 3 wyvern cores. And this craft, the awakened core, is 9 million RF. So let's put all those. And there it goes. And now power should be coming in. And our first awakened core, first of many, by the way. You're going to craft a lot of these. So you're going to want to auto-craft these, a lot of these. So let's set this pattern to output an awakened core. And now, put this in here. Now we can auto-craft awakened cores. Yay. So with that awakened core now, we can then craft this flux capacitor. And that is a regular assembly craft. So if I want a draconic flux capacitor, that is going to craft a whole lot of stuff. So the draconic energy things and stuff. So I'm going to grab this flux capacitor, 256 million RF. And look at that, it is going. And I've already have this bound. I can bound this too. And it'll just, push even more power into it. And you can see the 256 million RF going in there. Well, this is not a whole lot of RF. So what are we going to do? The entangler up above is really where we're having problems. So I'd like to set up output power a little bit better. So I need energy relay crystal. I need a bunch more of these. So I'm going to craft, obviously 4 more is what I have to craft. And that's going to craft over here. At least it should. There it goes. And more power is getting pushed in. And these are relay crystals that I'm crafting. Okay, so I want another relay crystal here. And I actually need 1 of these, and I need to have another set or 2 of these. So I'm going to go up And we are going to really maximize how much power we're pushing through here. I think I dropped one of these. Yep, there it goes. I heard a pop. So this, we want like 3 of these out like this. And then underneath that, we are going to have a relay crystal out like that. Underneath that, we're going to have an entangleporter with like 3, 2, 3, like that. So the basic setup for this is going to be, I want this crystal to bind. All these other ones are being used. I want to bind to this, this, and this. So we're pushing maximum amount of power in here. These I need to set to output because they're going to be outputting into the entangleporter. So from here, output into here. So I want to bind then this, this, and this. So now the entangleporter is able to push a massive amount of power. Just so much power. So if we set up another, let's build ourselves another draconic flux capacitor. And it's going to craft those. It should craft all of that because I want to see how big of a difference that makes with charging things. And if we look at our power here, you can see we're actually negative power. I don't know where that power is going to. If there's a problem, we should not. I mean, we're losing 33,000 power per second. I mean, that's, or power per tick. It's a lot of power. Okay, so
That is a lot of power.
So let's go over here and see. Now you can see how fast that charged. Woo, that was fast. Okay, I'm gonna give one of these to Flower.
Yay! Got it.
Okay, similar with the flux capacitor here. You just shift right click, and you can charge armor and held items. For some reason, it does not like to charge the ring of magnetizing. I don't know why. It doesn't like to charge that. I don't know why. It's baffling to me why it doesn't like to do that. But to increase the power in the flux capacitor, we need to set up some augments, which we have these keys, and I wanted to cover these keys here. So the upgrade key itself isn't that complicated. It's got a little bit involved here. So 2 draconic cores and an energy core. So there's an energy core and 2 draconic cores. So craft that up. We only need one of these. We only ever need one of these. So just manually craft that, no problem. Hitting U on it will tell you exactly what it takes for the different tiers. So you need to do these in a row. So the first tier, golden apples, diamonds, Eye of Zender, draconic. And this is the same for all of the things that you want to upgrade. These are the same recipes for all of the different tiers. If you look at different keys, all of the recipes are the same. Apple, diamond, Eye of Zender, draconic here. The next level up, 2 nether stars, 2 draconic cores, 2 emeralds, and a wyvern core. The next level up from that, 2 more nether stars, 2 more wyvern cores, 2 blocks of emerald, and an awakened core. So it's just all of the upgrades use this same pattern. It just they're different keys, and the key is the it's the key. So
I was wondering where you were going to go with that.
So if we want to upgrade this draconic flux capacitor all the way up to draconic tier, we are going to need 2 apples, 2 golden apples. Well, these are not on autocraft, so guess what? golden apples get to be auto-craftable, because I don't want to mess around with trying to craft 6 bazillion of those. So I need another golden apple. It's a lot of gold. So 2 golden apples, 2 diamonds, 2 eyes of ender, and a draconic core. Yeah, draconic core. Right here. I used to have these memorized when I was doing upgrades for equipment and stuff. Now you can, if you want, try to autocraft all of this stuff, but it gets a little crazy. So especially when you do a lot of these. So we're gonna do those 2. We're gonna do these 2, because we're gonna get some armor and stuff, and I'm gonna need to do this many, many times. And I need to put the key in. Key. And then you put this in there, and it's going to charge it up, and it's going to increase the RF capacity of that battery. Now the next level of this, if I remember right, and sometimes I don't. So now instead of 256, it's 384. So we can pop over here, charge that up, and good to go. So now we have 384 million RF. Well, the next level, if we grab the key and hit U, is 2 nether stars, 2 draconic cores, 2 emeralds. So star, 2 draconic cores, a wyvern core, and emeralds. So these, you can leave the key in. I try to not leave the key in because I forget about it. So the wyvern core goes up here. Nether stars, draconic cores, and then you put the thing in there, and now we're upgrading it yet again. The next level is the draconic core, or the draconic tier. 2 more nether stars, 2 more wyvern cores, draconic, 2 more wyvern cores, and we're gonna need an awakened core. So yeah, that is going to be the tough part, because that awakened core is going to use draconium. Well, we don't have any, so we need to craft some more draconium, which is going to be over here, which uses a lot. We need to take the key out. We need to take my draconic flux capacitor out. Can't forget that. Just don't want to. You never want to forget to bring the key out. And then blocks of emerald. Oh, I doubt I have blocks of emerald auto-craftable. Let's. I don't. So let's put that in there. I want to grab 2 of those. Assembly. There we go. Now we know how to make blocks of emerald. And then we need an awakened core. So let's craft just 1 of these. And we got some more charge to put in there. So now we're at 512. As you can see, the rate of return on how much power we get for every upgrade is less. So we started at 256, we're at 512 now. So we basically just doubled it. Now I can grab that awakened core, and now we can finally upgrade this to pretty much the max tier. And awakened core I'm going to put up here. The key can go over here again. Nether stars. And blocks of emerald. I just want to show you this process once, because whenever I reference, hey, we're going to upgrade armor, or we're going to upgrade a bow, this is the process that you go through to get it all the way up. So the bow, you can put on, you know, draw speed, and arrow damage, and arrow speed, and you can modify a lot of stuff, especially with armor. And yeah, this is the process. I will not show this again. And we have a top tier Draconic Flux Capacitor, 640 million RF contained in that beast. Let's go up to our battery here and see if this has calmed. If this has calmed. We are still a net loss on power, and I don't know why. Something about this is eating power. There is nowhere.
Why are two of the lines thinner than the others?
Because they're not transmitting as much power.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering if maybe that had something to do with it, but this is getting the bulk of it.
Yeah.
I don't.
So that is on output. Yeah, I really don't know why this is doing that. I mean, it really shouldn't. We're not pulling. I mean, this is telling me that I am basically, I'm pushing 315,000 RF per tick into this, and I'm pulling 350,000 RF per tick out. And that, with just that one change. That really shouldn't be a thing.
I mean, the battery itself is going down.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's something is eating power, and I don't know what. There shouldn't be anything in the system that's eating that much power. And that's one of the issues with this quantum entangleporter is there's something about it that chews power up depending on your setup. And it bugs me, and I don't know how to fix it. So I might have to let me just no, it's still derping out. What is going on with this thing? Disconnect those. Okay. Disconnect those. Disconnect that. Now we're net gain again. Yes, something is chewing power. A lot of power. I'm going to go down really quick and check and turn off our dimension. It shouldn't be that, but I'm going to turn that off. So this is no longer eating power at all. But the only thing passively using power is our AE system and the mob grinders every once in a while. It really is the only thing chewing power. And it's not that much power. And it's still using power. Well, it's using less power. After I turn that off. So I turned off 6,000 RF per tick, and it dropped almost 20,000 RF per tick. So those I have a feeling it's these mechanism pipes right here. Because there is, I mean, there's definitely a bug with these. There's definitely a bug with those somewhere. I'm not using them in very many places. That was one place I was using them. Let's go up and see if that made a difference. No, not really. Why is this chewing so much power? Like if I bound this to another one. No, it's definitely, there's something chewing a metric ton of power, and I just don't know what it is. I mean, this is just sitting here, not eating power. That's not eating power. All of these are disabled. Not disabled, but not running. All of my machines are just sitting over here passively, not eating power. Anything else using those mechanism pipes? I don't think so. Well, I'm going to have to track this down. So we'll do that off camera. But yeah, this is concerning too, because this is reporting 1.1 million RF per tick. Well, this is producing a third of that. So it's like tripling the amount of power. But then when it gets up there, it's reporting 315,000. So it's weird that it's reporting an inaccurate amount of power. And I don't know why it does that. So, got a little debugging to do. But that'll have to do it for this episode. And I thank you for watching. And I will see you next time.